Hello and welcome to this YouTube video. If you're feeling homesick, you've come to the right place. Because what I'd like to do is help you change that homesickness feeling quite quickly. The technique that I'm going to show you is a technique called Emotional Freedom Technique. And by all means, do your own research into what that technique is. This is my version of Emotional Freedom Technique. So if you're feeling homesick, what I'd like you to do is actually focus on where you get that homesickness feeling. It might be in your head, it might be in your chest, it might be in your abdomen. But for wherever it is, just focus in it now. And just think to yourself how severe that feeling is. If you feel overwhelmed, for instance, that would be quite a high score. So if we were to score that feeling out of 10, 10 being the strongest it can be, you give your feeling of homesickness a number now. Might be 8, might be 10. And of course the intention is for us to move it from that high score to a score that's low, or a score that makes it manageable for you. Because the purpose of this technique is to change the feelings that you get so that you can take all the good advice that's available on your university website or the advice given from your wellbeing team. So having ascertained where you keep the feeling and what the score is, let's just begin to start the technique by tapping on what we call the karate chop point. And what I'd like you to say after me is, although I feel homesick, I'm okay. Although I feel homesick, I'm okay. Although I feel homesick, I'm okay. Now we're going to do some tapping in various points. So if you just follow me and say homesick, 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 homesick. And on your collarbone, homesick, homesick. And in your wrists, homesick. Now we're going to do that again, and then when we're finished, we're going to have a wee ascertain what the score is again. So if it were about 8 or 9, it might even feel a 6 or a 5 even now. But let's do that again. Although I feel homesick, I'm okay. Although I feel homesick, I'm okay. Although I feel homesick, I'm okay. Homesick, 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 homesick. So just focus on that feeling now. And you might be surprised to find that it's gone down quite a lot, and that you're beginning to feel a lot more relaxed than you ever thought you could be. But what I'd like to do now is turn to that homesickness feeling again, but actually think about it a wee bit more specifically. What part of being homesick is it that's really troubling you? It might be that you're missing your mum. It might be that you're worried about meeting new people. Or it might be that you're missing the home environment. But whatever it is, you just bring that in now. We'll just use you missing your mum as an example. Although I'm missing my mum, I'm okay. Although I'm missing my mum, I'm okay. Missing my mum. 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 So just repeat as many times as you need that affirmation or that problem or that more specific thing regarding homesickness. And every time you've done it, just think, what's the score now? And if it goes down to a 1 or a 2 or a 0 even, that's fine. But changing your state, changing how you feel, just means that you can start to take the action that you need to take to make it work for you. There's a lot of more tips available in my free ebook on homesickness. And the tips that are included in there include changing your perception of the situation. Everybody's view about being away from home is different. So to get the perception that works for you as opposed to the perception that isn't working for you, go to iloveuni.net and download my free ebook. There's loads of tips there on how to take the action that will change how you feel. If you want to ask me a question, then go to the associated Facebook page and ask it. The things that I'm doing aren't intended to replace the wellbeing service in your university. It's just to be there as a support or as a resource to help you do the things that they're suggesting. But take action. There are lots of people who feel something similar to you, and you can change how you feel now. So good luck, and I hope your course goes well.